Okay, so I've just been sent a couple of boxes from UCTRONICS, and one of them is a cluster case and one of them is an SSD holder. Now I'm a big fan of cluster cases. I use this in pretty much every video, and I almost never turn the fan on. I just use passive cooling, and it just works great for me because I'm always unplugging and plugging things in. So let's have a look inside these boxes. So in the first box there's this 2.5-inch drive holder, and so I can pop in an SSD drive, and you can see that it lines up, but there's space for 2 drives in there, and you just got 8 screws that come with it. And the next box has 2 pretty sizable fans. It also comes with a load of screws and a screwdriver, and obviously all the bits to put it together. I'm going to use my screwdriver kit as it's just much easier to use. Okay, so you can see here I've put the 2 fans in the metal cage, and there's 2 sort of channels either side, and really quite long cables, so you could plug it into any 4 of the Pis that are in this cluster, and then it's going to cool along and also cool any drives that are in there as well. And let's pop the lid on to make it nice and stable. And you can see the 4 holes to connect to a Pi, and then you can just slot them in. And that looks quite a cool design because it looks like it's very easy to just take out a Pi just by undoing those screws and then pop another one in. So I quite like the idea of that. So I think I'm going to put the drive on the bottom shelf for now. Basically just 4 screws that go through the bottom there. And I've got 64-bit Raspberry Pi OS on this 32 gig Sunbow drive, so that will go in this way round. Okay, so 4 screws holds that in place. Obviously you could screw in another drive in there as well if you want 2 drives plugged in, but I think I'm going to leave it blank and just slot drives in and out when I need them. And I'm not even sure if I'd actually screw this bottom drive in and just keep it completely open so I can put an SSD drive or a physical drive in whenever I want. So I've got some old physical drive with lots of RetroPie ROMs in there. They'll plug in nicely, but if I wanted to screw them in place I could do. So mine's a bit different to the one in the video. You can see here the person who screwed it together has screwed it in with the black side on the outside, and I've had to do it with the sticker side on the outside, and also I've got this grill which doesn't show up in the video, so it must be something they've added after. And obviously the good thing about that is you can't stick your fingers in the fan from the outside of the case, which is something you can do with the GeekPi one. I've done it a couple of times by accident. I mean, it's only a plastic fan, it's not spinning very fast, so I'm not really worried about it, but it's obviously a nice feature that it gives you that option. But I can't put my fans this way round, so you can see here the stickers are on the inside of this one, but if you have a look at my fans, this is sunk, and so the screws don't actually grab into there, they only grab from the other side. Now it doesn't matter if it's pushing or pulling, obviously one is going to be more effective than the other, and maybe it's just a last minute design change, but we'll have a look at the cooling properties in a minute. So I'm going to need a Pi 4, and the easiest one to get to is definitely the one in the official Pi case. I've got the Pi Moroni fan chim on here as well, which I need to take off because obviously I've got bigger fans in there. And this is just going to slot onto here, so it's going to be that way round so that the ports are accessible from the back, and it uses these big round screws for this bit. That's the 4th one in, so you can see it's all attached, and then we can slot it straight into any one of the shelves. I'm going to put it on the top, right in the middle of the fan, and I'm going to put the drives just underneath it in this configuration. Okay, so clearly I've got this bit on wrong because it doesn't slot all the way in. So if I slot that in, it doesn't actually meet, so I'm going to have to switch that around. Okay, so I fitted the drive around the right way now, and so if I slot that in, that gets secured by these little tiny countersunk screws. So if I pop that in there, and if you have a look in the top here, you can see that I've put the fan on, so it's on the second pin down on the outside, the red and then the black, and I've routed the cabling just sort of down around the side, so it's reasonably tidy. Could be better around the bottom, but obviously I could use cable ties if I was going to make it super tidy. So I've popped the lid back on, but obviously looking at how much clearance there is, if I did want to use the ice tower cooler, then I would have to take that lid off to be able to put that on if I wanted it to be completely silent. Okay, so that's how it all looks fully assembled, and you can see it's quite a lot slimmer than the GeekPi one that I've had before, which might help in some ways. So with the GeekPi one, I ended up taking out this bit of perspex so that I could get to all the cables in the side of the Pi, but obviously this is quite a lot closer to the outside of the casing, so maybe I don't have that same sort of issue in this instance. But and also I could do exactly what I've done with the GeekPi case by just lowering the top shelf. So I could put the Pi down here and the SSD's one layer down, and then I've got room for the ice tower cooler again if I want it to run completely silent. But I'm going to test it out as it comes, basically with its own fan, and just one fan going, because obviously the bottom fan's not going to make any difference to whatever's above it. So let's get it all plugged in and switch all the cables over. But before I do that, what I was going to do was to use, from these kits, I was going to use something like this to hold in each of the shelves, because you can unscrew them with your fingers, and I thought it would be quite a good idea. Unfortunately, they are a little bit too thick. Obviously you can get thinner ones, but that would be a way of making it very quick to be able to swap out the shelves. But it depends on your own usage. I mean, if you're not going to swap out the shelves or swap out the Pis or the drives very often, then there's no need for that, and it is pretty simple to get hold of these and just pull the shelf straight out. Easier than the GeekPi one, so I have to take a side off to get this out, and if I choose to put my 8 gig Pi in here, then I am going to sort of half dismantle it to be able to get it in there. But it is great and really accessible, and I do love this case as well. Anyway, let's get this plugged in. Yeah, everything is accessible. Going to need a SATA cable. This is the U-Green one that I featured in a video recently. I haven't done a full test or anything on it yet, but I have been using it all the time, and it has been really good. Plug my Logitech dongle in and switch on. So you can hear the fans, and I'm used to it being silent. They're not a bad noise, they're not noisy, but obviously I'm used to using my Pi silent. Okay, so the fan's definitely running in the wrong direction, so it's definitely getting warmer than it should do. The fan needs to be pushing air over the Pi. So let's also have a look at 3 volts. So really I want it to run on 3 volts, so I'd need pin 1 and pin 6. So let's have a look at the top of the case. Okay, so you can see here from the top that if I pull this off, the positive and the negative are actually together, just to make it more convenient to plug in. But I really need to make this separate so I can get it down to 3.3 volt, which is just slower, and it will still have decent cooling properties. So let's use some bits out of my little Pi Pico kit and use one of these cables, which is like a male to female cable, so I can join this and make it a bit longer. I'm not worried about how it looks at the moment because I've decided I'm going to go silent. So let's pop those 2 in. So I'm going to use the brown one as the negative. So I've got red to red and brown to black. So the positive I'm going to put on the first pin, which drops it down to 3.3 volt, and the negative can go on the 3rd pin, which is ground. So now if I switch on, yeah, it's way quieter. But I've got to turn the fans around as well, so let's do that. Shut down. So let's unscrew these 4, because I couldn't get the screws to stay in with the fan the other way around. And I'll show you close up. Here's the fan, currently with a very long cable. And so if we look inside here, so there's thread straight away there, or there's plastic straight away. On the other side, you have to go a little bit of distance before you get to a thread. And because of that, the screws, which are very short, and I can show you how short the screws are, don't really reach it properly. I could be wrong, so I'm going to try it again. So it needs to go, well, the opposite way around to the other fan. So this way around. So even if I push, it's still not making a connection. So the fan isn't screwing on in this direction. Okay, so it's definitely not holding that way, but that's the way the direction is supposed to be. Now, when I first built the case, I built it without this fan mount, so I think I'm going to have to take that off to be able to get it to hold. So I'm taking out all the screws. It should stay together because I've got a couple of shelves in there to be able to hold it together. Right, okay. So without this extra layer, and I know it's really thin, but I reckon that I'll be able to get it back in. Yeah, that grabs hold of it without that layer. So let's try it like that. Okay, so that's all screwed back in now. Okay, so that's much better now. My desk is a bit of a mess, but my Pi is nice and cool. And I can feel the air coming towards me over the Pi and over the drives, and it's doing a great job. And that's only at the 3.3 volts. Obviously you can use the 5 volt, but you wouldn't want it on a desk straight in front of you running at 5 volt because I think it's a bit noisy. But if you've got it under a desk or something like that, it'd be absolutely fine. Okay, so I've been playing 1080 video for a while now, and the temperature does seem to stay around about 44, 45, and well, it's 43 at the moment, so it's even cooler. But I fancy having this as a silent case, so I'm going to put the 52 Pi Ice Tower cooler inside it. Okay, so I've taken this out, and this has also got this SD card relocator as well, which is from 52 Pi, could do with the dust. And the only thing is that you don't screw from underneath on here, you've got to screw down through, because that's just the way this works. And my screwdriver kit comes in handy for these, so this is a 5mm bolt to undo this part. So pop that on there, it's got to be that way round. So I had this bit on to elevate the SD card, and I'm going to leave that on because it seems to be about the right height, so it's not going to be sort of moving around or anything. Okay, so that's going to work. So basically I've got 4 of these, which is a hole, and it's got a bolt on the end of it, and they're just going straight down in through. Okay, so that's screwed on fine. You can see that there. So I'm using the risers on the top now, whereas I thought I was going to have to do them on the bottom, and the SD card feels nice and solid because this bit is supporting it. Not screwed into anything, it's just a bolt holding it in place, but that means that I've got an SD card slot right at the front. Put the Ice Tower cooler back on, and that needs to screw down in place, and you can see that's making contact with the CPU. Okay, so that's 3 screws in place holding it down. You can see there all the GPIO pins are all still accessible and everything, but more importantly I've got my SD card on the outside. Let's put the last one in, and then with the case let's just unplug these fan cables and just show how easy it is to change around shelves. So this is my 4GB Pi, so take those 2 out. I can pop that down lower for now, and if I push it apart slightly because the SD card's quite wide on this adapter, there you go. So with that in place, I can now pop the 2 screws into here to hold it in. Now I'm going to lower it down. I'm going to move the SSD down a slot, like that. Pop this down one, like that. This is coming together nicely. Okay, now that's a really nice looking case now. So with the Ice Tower cooler, you can see how much space I've got at the top. Okay, so I've been playing videos for a while now. The temperature is definitely higher with the Ice Tower cooler. It runs around about 62 degrees in most cases, and but the nice thing about it is it's completely silent. To be fair, the fan at 3.3 volts is great, and I would happily have it on the desk next to me, cooling the Pi. Especially if I'm doing something demanding, I would definitely use the fan for that. 5 volts is a bit too loud, but if it was under a desk or a bit further away from you, no problem at all. You can see I've got spare room for another Pi or some drives. I can also slot in 1 or 2 SSD or physical drives in there as well. All the ports are nicely accessible. I'm actually really pleased with this. It's turned out to be a really handy case, and I'll definitely be using this for a while. The M.2 drive unfortunately doesn't fit in, and that's because it is just that little bit too big. There might be a way around it. There might be something I can do to adapt it to use that, but I've got quite a long cable, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, thanks very much to UCTRONICS for sending this to me. It is a great cluster case, really appreciate it. And thanks very much for watching. I hope this helps. Please like and subscribe.